just going to give it a minute so you guys have some time to join me. I know it's Halloween and some of you might be out trick-or-treating already. If that is the case, you can catch me on the replay. If you're watching this on replay, please hashtag replay. I'd love to know that you viewed this live today. And yeah, what you think about it. Any questions you have? What can I help you with in the attractions industry? Before we get started on this very, very important topic, we're going to be talking about the scary truths of not having a well thought out buyer's journey for your attraction. Before we get started, I just want to pitch an amazing event coming up at IAAPA. If you are going to IAAPA, please join us at Congo River Mini Golf November 13th from 6 to 9 p.m. We've got mini golf, food, drinks. I hear there is a Gate Master cocktail that has been created for us, but mini golf, food, drinks, and alligators. The alligators have been on your bucket list. We're not going to eat them. We're going to hold them, which is interesting because we ate them last week while we were at the WWA in New Orleans. How many of you guys have tried alligator? If you've tried alligator, let me know in the comments and tell me if you think it tastes like chicken. I thought it tastes like chicken. But I see we got somebody on here. And yeah, let's just get started talking a little bit about the scary truths of not having a well thought out buyer's journey for your attraction. And I want to start this live by talking about a recent study that was conducted 2023 by Baymard. And they talk a lot about, in this study, reasons why people abandon carts. 70% of buyers will abandon the cart, according to a 2023 rate statistic. And the reasons for cart abandonment might not be what you think, but we're going to go over some of these. And the reason that abandonment happens, we're just going to start with the top 47%. In all fairness, online shoppers have abandoned carts because they were just browsing or not ready to buy. So I think it's fair to call that one out because that is an important part of the conversation that sometimes we just can't do anything about it. And that is just that the customer is browsing. And there is a whole other topic that we can discuss about how we can get customers to buy who are browsing. In fact, maybe I'll make that a future topic for us. We're just going to go over this statistic. So another 47% say that cost is too high. Another 25% talks about the site wanted me to create an account. So account creation can be a reason why carts are abandoned. The delivery of the offers were too slow. They didn't, that's 24%. 19% said they did not trust that their credit card information was safe. We've talked about trust a lot on lives. I know I haven't seen you guys in a little while, but we've talked a lot about trust and that people buy from those they trust, brands that they know and trust. And what can we do to create that trust? 18% said the process took too long or was complicated. 17% said they could not calculate the order cost up front. 16% said they were not happy with the return policy. So maybe we got to talk about refund boost. 14% the website had errors or crashed. 11% were that there weren't enough payment methods. And 6% were that cards were declined. So that's actually surprising to me that only 6% were because cards were declined. But 70% of US shoppers abandoned their order in the past solely due to too long or complicated processes. And that's a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. That when we look at large-scale usability testing for online shopping transactions for any industry, because all of you are doing e-commerce if you are selling tickets online. But the ideal flow should be anywhere between 12 to 14 elements. And if you're really good, we've got 7 to 8. And that's what I want to kind of go over today when we talk about this buyer's journey. Because we know this, The cost of not having a well thought out buyer's journey, we're going to talk about that today, is that the overall cart spend is less, right? A well thought out buyer's journey can increase the total overall cart spend by 30%. We see in our data here at Gatemaster as high as 40%. If you're adding a website for the first time, and I know that there are some of you out there that are not selling tickets online or anything online for that matter, those are the people that we see in that 40%. For those of you who have been selling tickets online, having a well thought out buyer's journey can increase that total cart spend by 30% because it allows you to offer customers relevant products and services at every stage of their buyer's journey. Guests are constantly being bombarded with ads and products and services that they're not interested in. And so they are likely to leave at that stage of the journey if we don't show them that we understand and know what they need to invest in order to make the most of their experiences at your attractions. Guests are confused. If your buyer's journey is confusing, your guest will likely abandon their cart. They're less likely to book tickets and they are more likely to have negative experiences. And let's talk a little bit about this because I am a mother of 5 and I can tell you that there is nothing worse than not knowing all that is being offered at an attraction and having to tell my kids, honey, I did not plan for that. That wasn't in the budget for this trip. And so when we give the customers full transparency into everything that's being offered in our attractions or at our parks, we give them the option of being better prepared for this experience. And what we find is that when they're better prepared for these experiences, they invest more in their experiences. And that's really what we want them to do. We don't want them to be confused. That's scary. This is Halloween. We don't want guests to be scared about their buyer's journey. If they don't know what they need to be investing in and all that is being offered, it can make the buyer's journey scary, and even worse, they leave. They leave your website. Not having, one of the other scary truths about a buyer's journey is that it could be more seamless and integrated. Your buyer's journey should be seamless and integrated from the moment the guest becomes aware of your attraction to the moment they leave. We're not just talking, or we're not talking leaving, completing the transaction. We're talking about all of the things that they could have purchased when they arrive. So we really want to create a seamless integrated experience. How many of you are managing multiple systems that don't talk to each other? You got one for guest services, season passes, you got one for your cashless system, you might have another for retail, you might have another for food and beverage, and another for online sales. Not having a seamless and integrated experience can create a lot of confusion for guests. That should have been up in the confusion part, but it can create a lot of confusion for guests. It can also make it so that they are less likely to use those other systems. So they may not load value because it's a different login. I know for me, if I've got to have one login for my season pass and one login for logging in for adding value to my cashless, I'm not going to do that, especially not for 5 people. I mean, I'm a mom. Let's just be real. That's a lot to ask your guests to manage. So when we integrate the buyer's journey and we allow mom to have full transparency into everything that is being offered, and I'm going to say mom instead of dad, because we know that a majority of buying is determined by the female in the household if we're just talking traditional families, right? But women tend to be the CEO when it comes to the decisions being made about experiences like this. So I'm not trying to leave anybody out. Dads I know are making these decisions too, but I think that there needs to be more conversations around, who is making these buying decisions so that when you understand, because we're just going with data, when we understand this, we can start creating offers and packages. We can start creating that buyer's journey that gives that person what they need, because we have to consider everybody in these in these buying experiences so that we can make the most of what you're offering and that you can get the most off of your sites and that people give you the best satisfaction ratings. We know satisfaction goes up when people feel like they've had transparency, they feel like they've been better prepared for what's to come, and they can access it easily. So when we talk about seamless integrated, I also want to mention that using their smartphones to check in, to store their tickets, can definitely help them navigate attractions better and create a better experience. So how are we going to fix this? How are we going to fix this? Well, the good news is that fixing your buyer's journey, I'm going to give you guys some tips that you can do right now. Map out your buyer's journey. Slice and dice everything. Have as many offers as possible. Having as many offers is so important. The more offers that you have available to your guests, the more you're going to sell. That's how we increase sales. And what that means is that whatever stage your buyer's at, meet them there. It might be a family pass with a meal voucher. Meal vouchers are huge right now because we all know that we're going to have to spend money on food when we arrive there. But if we can pre-plan that and invest in that before we get there, it makes it easier. We've bypassed the point of sale. We can actually do it faster. And again, that enhances that guest buyer's journey and their satisfaction. Identify the pain points at each stage of your buyer's journey. So these are the things when we're mapping this out, we want to identify the pain points at each stage of your buyer's journey. Give you guys these tips right now. Please write them down or watch. This will be available on replay. So mapping out your buyer's journey. Create content and offers that are relevant at each stage of your buyer's journey. So that is that slicing and dicing that we're talking about. We're going to put as many offers up on the site as possible so that there is something for everyone. And then we can start feeding that to them when we know who they are and what they are interested in. Make it easy for guests to book tickets and purchase other products and services. So again, slice and dice those offers, make it easy. Create less of, we were talking earlier today. It should take 12 to 14 form elements at most, 7 to 8 if you're doing really well. And what that means is how many steps does it take for me to buy what I need? And this is why we talk a lot about packaging, because packaging eliminates a number of steps, but they have to be well thought out. Just as we've talked about here, when mapping out the buyer's journey, when you slice and dice those offers, how can you package them together to create less steps? And all of you have systems that can handle this, I hope. If you don't, call me. Send me a message. We'll get that taken care of for you. But use technology that streamlines the buyer's journey and make it more seamless. So if your current system cannot handle the slicing and dicing of the offers so that you have more and something for everyone, it doesn't handle the packaging well, because packaging actually reduces steps. You could take 5 items that could be added to a cart and put it in one step. That's what we're talking about when we talk about the form steps. So streamlining that with technology that is built for that. And if you are in the market or you're looking, rest assured, GateMaster can help with this. We are the experts in the guest buying journey and customer-driven transactions, and we want to help. I want to give you these tips no matter what system you're using out there. I think that all of these things that we've mentioned today is and should be applicable to you if you have an attraction. And then in conclusion, because I don't want to take up too much of your time here on Halloween, I want to wish you all a very, very happy Halloween. But what I want to leave you with today is that not having a well thought out buyer's journey for your attraction is a scary prospect. And it can lead to decreased satisfaction. It can lead to low overall cart spend. It can leave your guests confused. And the buyer's journey could be more integrated and seamless if you're experiencing these things. So I want to leave you with that today. And we're at about the 15-minute marks. I've got some really great things coming up on future lives. I'm starting to take guests. If you guys have not seen that we're accepting guests on my live, I have my first live guest coming up this week. And I'm really excited to talk to different people in the industry that can help you enhance what you're doing. And, we're talking about all sorts of topics. This does not have to be a topic on the conversation of just ticketing alone or online shopping or the buyer's journey. We're going to talk about food and beverage management. We're going to talk about operations management. We're going to talk about all of the things, attractions that you guys need to hear in order to be better at what you do. So we're just a company that supports you with what you do. And we want you to be able to do that well. So before I let you go on this fine Halloween, I don't know who's planning on going trick-or-treating tonight. I got a couple kids that are. But before I leave you, again, I just want to put up this QR code so that you guys can join us in Orlando the Monday night before the trade show opens. That's November 13th from 6 to 9 p.m. We're going to be golfing at Congo River Mini Golf. We've got food. We've got drinks. And if you want to hold an alligator or feed an alligator, you're going to have your opportunity to do that at this event. And it is free to friends, colleagues, and those of you who have supported us over our 30 years in helping attractions succeed, massively succeed. Because if you know our mission, you know that we help attractions at Gatemaster. We help attractions massively succeed through enhancing guest satisfaction with proven innovative technology and legendary service. And that's one that I just love about what we've done over the years is if you talk to a Gatemaster partner, attraction partner, they will tell you that the service is legendary. And I take a lot of pride in knowing that because it's important to us that you feel supported, that you have what you need to be the best at what you do. And sometimes that means having a partner who cares about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And we hope to align ourselves with every attraction that we work with. So thank you for your time today. Happy Halloween. Be safe out there. And we'll talk later this week. See y'all later.